cool. So I've just taken a screenshot of that.
So for those that are not paying attention, you shouldn't see Peel Castle. You should be behind the curve.
Just with this side view. Sorry.
So there we have an elevated shot of the Stena line, and I zoom back out. I run down the steps. Get down as low as I can go. Again, still I'm going to fast forward through that and get to the big boat, because that's the one that we'll see this on. And here we have the very now compressed Stena line. Look at that. Look how compressed that is. Now, if I print screen, proportion of the top part of the boat is relatively the same outside of the narrow viewing angle, and yet when we look at the bottom part, so the hull, proportion of the top part of the boat is relatively the same outside of the narrow viewing angle, and yet when we look at the bottom part, so the hull, well, obviously.
So the top part of the boat. Wait, I remember you teaching me this, Ranty, and demonstrating it with the boats, and you know how the boats without writing on them, they would say that's behind the curvature of the earth, but it's compressed due to the limited viewing angle. Then all of a sudden you're showing me a mountain, saying the bottom half to top half is the same, and the bottom half would be the same. So it's got to be earth curve. So are you being honest, man? Are you teaching me two different things? Or you give me an abracadabra with the part of the mountain we can't see? Is that why you picked a photo of some to demonstrate something that we can't see, and you just attribute what's causing it? It's got to be earth curve, can't be nothing else. You tried for 2 months, you say, and there's no way that any of the flat earth explanations can demonstrate it. Would you forget about this?
We're starting to see the compression from around about here now, but essentially we've lost at least 50% of the bottom, at least 50%. So the hull, well, obviously we're starting to see the compression from around about here now, but essentially we've lost at least 50% of the bottom, at least 50%. Top part of the boat, out of the narrow viewing angle, retains the same angular size, and the lower part is all compressed. That's where we're losing it.
So the part it's not in the limited viewing angle is the same, like the mountain, like the upper part of the mountain. It's like 40 or 50 miles away. But then when you start getting low, it's compressed, right? So there's no explanation, Ranty? Or are you being dishonest, pal?
The further we got away, the narrower these buildings seem to get. I mean, you could still make out the entirety of the building. I mean, you can even see these other buildings here just to the right, but these aren't normally the same height. They're now more compressed. But you can see the gap between the two buildings that I was talking about. Now, this was from an elevation of 16 feet. I can keep showing you the curve calcs all the time for these, because you shouldn't see any of this. Ridiculous to believe that we live on a ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. It's retarded.
What's more